Owusu 360 Learning invites you to participate in their 2024 Global Virtual Educational Debate. February debate topic is the impact of Ghana's free senior high school policy, promoter of educational equality or hindrance to national development. This debate is sponsored by the Association of Ghanaian Origin USA.
I would love to acknowledge the profound significance of education as a fundamental human right and a cornerstone of societal progress. You will hear a number of issues from my colleague. As he mentioned earlier on, students sitting under trees, no food, no water. But one thing I want to ask is, was it better when they were paying school fees, or it is worse now? Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to start to give you the reasons why the free senior high school policy served its purpose and the mandate for which it's been introduced is really achieved. Let us put together how the system is right now. Let us bracket our biases and come forth and see if the reason why the policy was initiated, was it achieved or not. I'm going to go further, and that will be it. Thank you.
Yeah, I speak against the motion, and the free senior high school has caused more harm than good. For instance, students do not get enough food or poor quality of food. You can see some instances. Sabulugu Senior High School in the northern region on Sunday embarked on a demonstration against management of the school over how they consider to be poor quality of food served at the dining hall. The students who protested in the school to express their displeasure also complained about the quantity of food served. So many times this free senior high school, yes, it is working, but to what extent? Did the stakeholders enjoy it? The children who involved in that, are they happy? If there's anything to go about, let's ask the children to their opinion. And parents who are also stakeholders, let's ask them about their opinion on this. People at the top who have powers and interest, they have powers, but many times they don't have interest. Their kids are outside the country schooling, but those people who have the interest, like the teachers, parents, NAGRAC, are all complaining about this policy, that there's no food, there's no learning materials, teacher to children ratio are very poor as compared in a subsequent one or in the original one. I'll give you the statistics. So this is just a gist on how I'll go about it. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much.
Sure, I understand your question perfectly. Thank you. Now, I beg to differ that if the government wants to wait and get the infrastructure done, build all the buildings that they would need before they implement the free senior high school policy, then we are never going to get the free senior high school policy implemented in the first place. This is because the money that is used to sponsor the free senior high school policy would have been used to build. How do we know that the building is going to be, or the number of structures they'll be putting up will take up to 5 months, 6 months, 7 months? And by that time, the next government may not hold this policy. They will leave it. We have seen instances in our country where a government starts something, is not able to complete, then another government comes to not continue. The previous government, I won't mention names, started building. Ghanaians held it and said, we don't need buildings or building schools. It's not what we'll be eating. We need something else. We are still suffering. When this current government came, they didn't come to continue building. They did not. They started different policies. So if we are waiting for us to finish building, we're never going to achieve what the Constitution said, and we are never going to achieve what the United Nations said in the Sustainable Development Goals. By 2030, every youth should be educated, and that's what promotes national development. We're never going to get it. So I think that it is better it's implemented now than to wait later. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for your question. I think the free senior high school should have been in progressive, like a bit. We should do it in piecemeal. We have the classroom, we have the day student. Let me give you this instance. Prior to Nkrumah's free education in the northern sector, after the three northern sectors, that's the upper east, that's the then three northern region, the upper east, the upper west, and the northern region, they were having access to northern scholarship. And later on, schools in the Volta region and the BA, that is BA North and Volta North, that is currently the OT region. So some schools like KJB Asato Senior High School, Karachi Senior High School, Nkwanta Senior High School, and Co. They also have the northern scholarship by then, but they were not in the northern sectors. That's the BA North and the Volta North then, by then. So it should be progressive, a bit by bit, then they were moving. Later on, even within the sub-region of the Edison, what's the name? The Volta North currently the OT. There were other students who were enjoying it from the Southern Volta. That is the hardship scholarship. I'm a witness and I've seen guys enjoying it. So it should be progressive. So at least the teaching to learning material will be enough for the student. With the current free senior high school, it has lower standard of education. That is, it was only about quantity and quality was forgotten. Totally eliminated. Quality was eliminated totally. So I think they should start it progressively. We look at our budget and co. Even with IMF said the free senior school is not sustainable at this juncture, because even if IMF should say they will not, and my good friend made mention that some government will come and go and they will change policies. What is the possibility that this free senior high school will be sustained if there's a change of government? So I think it should be in progressive, a bit by bit, on piecemeal, and we'll get there.